Okay, well, hello everybody. It is happy Cinco de Mayo. Whoop, whoop. May the 5th, 2019. And before we get started tonight, I've got a lot of information to share with you on the new foundations. And some of it you probably have heard, but some of you, if you're like me, sometimes you hear things you're like, yeah, I need to watch that. I got to go back and study that. So we're going to cover it all tonight so that you are going to be in the know, okay? But before we do, we have our very first cruise winner of the Boss Babes right here tonight, Veronica Brown, DIQ. Woo! I'm going to unmute Veronica and just, Veronica, tell us how you are feeling about right now. You finished that cruise yesterday. So how did you feel when you finished it?
I felt very excited, and I'm still excited. The only thing is I got to figure out who I'm going to take because I signed up all my people.
That's true. And your daughter's already in Mary Kay, so you had to figure that out between now and then.
Absolutely.
You might meet a new husband between now and then.
I know, right?
Oh my gosh. Well, we just wanted to say we are so proud of you. And, you finished your first month of DIQ with flying colors, on target for her car. And she's already got 20. Do you have your 24?
I do. 24 active.
She's got her 24 active. So all she's got to do is finish up her production for this month and she will be done. And a new sales director. Woo-hoo. So proud of you. And you are inspiring so many. I told her I wasn't going to make her do a whole Boss Babe call until she finished. So I'm going to let you finish this month. And then June, we're going to have a discussion on here, right? So I know there's going to be other winners of that cruise before the month is over. Some of you are just inches away. And honestly, we just got to focus and get it done. So congratulations, Veronica. We're so excited for you. And for all of you that are getting the DIQs, I know Allison got some new DIQs. I believe a gal named Sybil. And then I know Veronica has Rico and Katrina and Brianni. And directors, feel free at the end. We'll do some shout outs to all the new red jackets that you have. Anything that you want to shout out in your unit. So we're building, you guys. We are building reds and we're building leaders. So it's so exciting. So congratulations, Veronica. We're happy to have you as our first cruise winner on this whole Boss Babe call. So
thank you.
I knew it was coming. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and mute you out. Okay. So what I want to do is talk to you tonight, you guys, about all the new foundations. And I have taken some time to really study them. I did a party today with a new consultant, Heather Clark, one of my new consultants, and then another new consultant, Laura Swindle, came over, and then one of our friends, Tammy, came over. We all go to church together. And so we sat around the table. I personally have tried about 5 of them every day. I'm like, maybe that's not my perfect match. And I try a different one. So today, it was so easy. And we're going to kind of go through how to do it. If you're at your sales meetings, I'm sure your directors are going to be showing them in the next few weeks so that you can actually get your hands on them, because that's going to be the easiest way to pick colors out. And at first, anytime there's change, it's just like there's so many colors and you're like, ugh, how am I ever going to figure this out? It's confusing. And, a confused mind does nothing. But I am here to tell you, because I have been in for 33 years, this is not the first time Mary Kay has changed foundations. Praise the Lord, because if not, we'd probably be out of business. We have to keep up with the times. And once you get it, it'll be just like, you'll just get it, okay? It's just like we got the new Chroma Fusion eyeshadows and cheek colors. We figured that out, right? We figured out the new Time-Wise and how to do all that. And we will figure this out too. And it's going to take time. It's going to take practice. And before you know it, 6 months from now, I promise you, all of you will know your most popular colors. Just like right now, if you sell the beige and the luminous, you know your most popular colors. Like I know which ones I sell the most of. There's some I keep 1 of, and there's some I keep 5 or 6, because I know those are the ones that I sell the most of. And you'll be the same with this once you figure it out and once we learn them. So we are going to just go over all of that tonight, and just hopefully by the end of tonight, you'll feel better about the new foundations and, how to promote them and what to do, okay? So first of all, I want to say in all the new consultants that got their kits in May, they actually already have the new placemats in them, and the new placemats show the new foundations on them and the price changes. So that's great. So, you know, the prices do go up on May the 16th, and one of the things that goes up is the CC cream. So that is on the placemat, right? So you'll want to make sure on those, you know, that you adjust your prices after that, or just get the new placemats. In fact, I just went ahead and bought, you know, 20 new placemats. They're only $4 for 4 placemats, so I don't think they're that expensive. So get you 5 or 6, and then you'll have them for your parties. Okay, but in those kits, they are already given these. Let's see, and maybe it's better back here. These foundation shade selectors, and these shades, it's called Foundation Finder Tool, and they have all of the foundation, not just the new ones. And basically, you take them, and when they don't have foundation on, okay, that's important, not with their foundation on, you're going to hold them up, and the color that seems to disappear are the where you're going to kind of start with. This, like, you don't put it all the way on the skin. You kind of put it like this, and you'll kind of see them kind of disappear on there. And so that just gives you a place to start. It has all the different ones on here. And then I saw an idea that one of our friends, I believe it was Piper Prinzate, and she actually punched a hole right in between all these so that you could kind of see your skin through it. And I did that. My one with the hole punch is in another bag over there. These are some of the new ones. But I thought that was a pretty good idea as well. And then the other thing she did is she put a white label behind this right here so that you could actually, you see, well, let me put it back here. Well, you can't really see, but you could actually read this and it wasn't invisible. It's like, this is almost like you can't read it. Like, you have to really strain. So, you know, none of us are getting younger. Our younger girls, I know you don't believe it, but at some point you won't be able to see as good as you did today. So anyway, there's some things we can do for that. Okay, so I wanted to show you that. They do have the new lookbooks are out, or will be out. If you did the preferred customer program, these will be mailed to your customers. Otherwise, you can start ordering them when the new products come out. That is going to be on the 10th. That is for people that were star consultants, or if you enrolled anybody in the preferred customer program. If not, then you can order them on the 15th. You can use both order forms, the one that's current right now and the new, which it'll say early offer, and then on the 16th it'll be all the new. All right. The only thing about the lookbooks, and we kind of talked about this, is, you know, they decided to do 2 launches instead of 1, so only the new matte foundations are going to be available right now. But the books were already printed that has the Luminess, but they will not be ready until August. So if that really bugs you, there is a little piece of paper that you can print. I personally am not going to worry about it, but for those of you that are worried about it for some reason, you can go and you can look under tools and you can print this page, and what it has is it's going to have the new Luminess. This one actually isn't even the right one, but there's one that will print that'll have the Luminous colors from what we already have, and then the new and the matte. So honestly, this isn't right anyway, so I won't throw that away. I'm not worried about it. What I'm going to do is tell my customers, if they ask me, I'm going to say, hey, if they go, well, I'm going to try the new foundation and maybe they're Luminous, I'm going to say, you know what? I said, the Luminous aren't coming out till August. However, if you want to, we can match you in the matte, and you can use CC cream underneath it, or just a little bit of extra moisturizer in the places that you feel dry, and at least you can still try it. And then when the Luminous comes out, you know, we'll hit them up with the Luminous. I did a girl today that was dry skin, and we just put her in it anyway. And I told her, I said, you may like this a little bit better with your CC cream underneath it to be a little bit more moisture. But, you know, so it just, don't make a big deal about it because it's just not that big a deal. So anyway, these are the new books that will be out. Okay, where do I start? First of all, I think I want to start with how to match. Let's just do that. Well, no, I think I'm going to start with how to organize. These are the boxes that you can buy for $8, and they're on Mary Kay. They're going to be under Section 2. Aren't they awesome? Usually they give Mary Kay directors these and they don't offer them to the consultants, but you will be able to buy these too to organize your products. Now, what I have done And this is not my idea. So if you're listening to this, go, oh, Cleta's so smart. Well, I'm smart because I follow directions and I see other people and I'm like, that's a good idea. I'm doing it. Sometimes you hear things and then you don't do it. So what I did is I went to Office Depot, and this was an idea someone gave us, and you just buy some of these label stickers, like, you know, like you've probably seen them for garage sales or whatever else. And they have several colors on them. I really wanted pink. I wanted pink, yellow, and green, but they didn't have pink, so they had coral, so that's what I got. So it almost looks pink here, but it's not. Why is that so bright? Oh, there we go. Okay, here we go. So I had this one is in the kind of coral, yellow, green, and orange. And so what I did is I put this color sticker. Let's see if I can get it up there. No, I'm not gonna. Well, anyway, y'all can see it way back here. That's probably better. But this is the pinkish one. And I put all the cool colors with this sticker on it. And I also put it on the bottom right here. Okay? And then what you do is on the warm ones, you put a yellow sticker. Okay? And that's a yellow one. Okay? And then on the neutral ones, you put a green sticker. So you got your 3 different shades, warm, cool, and neutral. And what's going to happen is it's just going to make it easier when you're trying to match somebody. Now, I'm going to explain that in just a second. And then on the, what I did is I also put it on the front because the shade is on here, back here, but it's really small and it's kind of light. And honestly, like when you're working with a bunch of people, it's real easy to look at it quick and not look at the right number. So I thought for my demos, I wanted it big and bright and beautiful. So I put the stickers on the front and I put them on the bottom. Now on the bottom, it says not only the color, which this one is Ivory C100 for Ivory Cool 100, but I also put on the top what the old color was, which is Ivory 1. So let's see if I can get it to look at that. Okay, those of you calling in, you're like, what is she doing? Okay, it's not going to do it that way. But anyway, and someone's telling me you can buy the pink, yellow, and green from where? The Dollar Tree. Yeah, and probably spend a lot less than I did. So there you go. Go to the Dollar Tree. Thank you for that tip. So anyway, on these, there's a line at the top that has the old color. This says Ivory 1, and then there's a line, and then it says Ivory C100. And so that way, if someone says, you know, I know they used to wear beige 3. I can look and find the one that has beige 3 on it. And there, Mary Kay has printed the comparison charts for us. So that's going to be easy. You can just print out. They look like this, and it has what the old color was and what the new color is. And then some of them are just new. They're not like it's a whole new color. Obviously, why would you come up with new foundations if they're exactly the same, right? So there's some new colors in there as well. But so what you're going to do is you are going to match these. Let me get this little thing here. You are going to do 3 things to figure it out, and it's not hard at all once you get the hang of it. Okay. So first of all, you're going to number 1, you're going to narrow it down to what skin tone do they have. Are they ivory? Are they beige? Or are they bronze? And most of y'all can do that. That's what we're used to. You know, it's a choice of 3, okay? And you could always change it if you need to, but if you do that first, are you ivory, beige, or bronze, okay? Then you want to say, well, what undertone do they have? Are they cool? Are they neutral? Or are they warm? And there's a couple of ways to do this, okay? One way is what Mary Kay recommends is you ask them about how they are in the sun. And if they go in the sun without sunscreen on for 15 minutes, you know, 15, 20 minutes, whatever, do they normally burn, you know, burn and peel and then go right back to that same light color or whatever color they were? Or do they normally get pink, but then they tan? Like they're pink a little bit, but the next day, no problem, they're tan. Or do they not really even get pink, they just tan? Like it's not even really a big deal, okay? And so what they recommend that if they usually always burn, they're gonna be more of a cool undertone. And you can usually tell by their skin too. Like if you look under here, you can tell if they got more pink in their skin, okay? And then the ones that never burn, they're gonna be more of your warm girls. Okay, they never burn, they're warm. And then there's going to be the neutral, and that's where, you know, they do get a little pink, but they usually just tan. All right, or if they just don't know, either one, they can't figure it out. And here's the thing. Okay, well, let me just say that. So warm, cool, neutral. That's the other thing you're going to try to figure out. Lori Hogg had a video just recently, and she said, ask them what kind of eyeshadow they think usually looks good on them. Silver eyeshadow or gold eyeshadow. And some of them that wear shadows a lot, that are the glamour girls, they're going to know. And they may say, oh, I always go with gold. I look really good in gold. And some will go, oh, gold looks awful on me. I look sick. I look good in silver. And so the silver would be more cool, and the gold is more warm undertones. Okay. And then if they can wear either one, then they could be the neutral. So those are two different ways to figure that out. Let's say you're like, I can't even do that. It's no big deal. This is what we did today. What we did is we first took our little shade selector and we put it up to their face, and we kind of thought, we picked a couple that we thought looked decent, and I pulled them out of the tube. And then I just went with a cool and a warm, all it kind of near that same color, and we just striped them. And we just did stripe with a cool, and we had a neutral, and we had a warm. And then what you do is you just wait a few minutes. Like really, you have to wait like a minute or two, and you let them dry. And honestly, it was so easy because we were like, not that and not that. Because like one was too pink and one was too yellow. We're like, oh, that neutral one looks good. And so then you could say, all right, that neutral one definitely is good. Could you go up a shade a little darker than that? Or maybe you need to go a little lighter. And so then when we would go up a shade, instead of just look in the thing and go up one shade, we'd say, what's the next darkest neutral? And we go up one shade that's neutral. And so, for example, let me give you an example. So when you have them in your tray, you start with ivories, and then the ivories are 100, 110, 130, 140, 150, 160. Those are all your ivories, okay? So 110 through 160. One is missing, and you feel like you have lost a foundation, but they don't have a 120. It's only going to be in the Luminess. Don't ask me why they do that. I don't know everything Mary Kay thinks, but that's how they did it. And then someone asked me, they said, why do you have so many numbers? Why can't you just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? And that's because later they may feel like they need to add another one in between here, and it might be easier when you have 3 numbers. You could say 145, and that's why they did it that way. Okay, so. And I think on these, I'm going to have to put a clear piece of tape because these are kind of lifting on the top. They're fine on the bottom, but right here, they're kind of lifting a little bit. Oh, by the way, when you do these, you want to put the sticker back here too. That way you can always get them back in order. When you got them all over the table, that was very helpful today to get them back in order because, that's tough to do. So anyway, so today when we did a girl and we tried this ivory in 160, neutral 160 in the ivory. And then we decided we liked that, but we thought she could go a little darker. So look what we did. We went not any of these. We went to the next green one, which was an N150, but it was beige N150. Does that make sense? So like if I find her tone, which is neutral, and I want to go darker, I'm not going to just go the next color up. I'm going to go find the next color that is neutral. All right. So another thing, like let's say I'm using this beige warm 100, and it's good, but I feel like I'm a little bit too light. Like it's okay, but I'm too light. So I'm going to go all the way up here, find the next one that's warm, and it's beige 160. That's yellow, by the way, in case you can't see it. And so that's how you go up a color. You find the shade. Are they ivories? Okay, and then you find the tone, cool, warm, or neutral. And then once you find that, you can kind of play around with what's the best color for her. All right, and it just was not that hard, y'all, once we figured it out. So like on the beiges, the colors start with 100, and it's warm 100, but then it goes all the way. The beiges have a few more colors than the other ones do. The beiges go, so you're going to need, eventually you're going to need both of these boxes, okay, because there's these hold 14 shades, and there's 28 of the matte. And so the beiges go all the way to 220. So from 100 to 220 all the way. And then it goes with the bronzes, and the bronzes goes from 100 to 180. So that means there's, 1, 2, 3. Well, see if there's any missing colors in there. I don't think there are. So there's 11 bronzes. right there that you can go with. And most of the bronzes are warm, okay, but there are some cool ones too that have more of a pink undertone. And they're really pretty on these gals. And the other thing that's new is you can see the colors right here. It's a little clear band. So, but the thing about it is, what I want to tell you is that when we tried them on it, it was so easy, because once we tried them, even though we couldn't really hardly tell with this, once we put it on there and it dried, you could really tell if it was too pink or too yellow. Just easy. And you're like, okay, that's easy, you know, and once it dried. Now, what I did find out today is we used our finger to do it, but I think it's going to be a lot better with a sponge tip applicator. One director said that she uses, if you've been into Mary Kay a little while, we used to have a cream eyeshadow brush, and she used that. But really just the little sponge tips I think are going to be better, because we put too much on there and it took too long to dry, and I just think it's going to be better to do an applicator, you know, and just do it, flip it over, do another color, and do that. And that's how I'm going to do it at the meeting tomorrow night. We're going to use a little applicator instead of our fingers. I think it's going to be better. So that's the system on it. So it's warm, cool, and neutral. And then the numbers are how dark they are. And then, of course, ivory, beige, and bronze. And so there's a couple of different things you're going to do. You can order them, all of them like this. Now, Mary Kay gave us 14 shades in the buzz kit that, you know, most of the directors and what Mary Kay has said, that these were a pretty good range of colors. And those colors, like if you didn't want to buy every single one of them, you could buy these 14 shades and then just get the samples in the other ones. So let me show you what the samples look like. There's a bundle, and you can get one of every shade, all 28 shades, and there's 6 shades on there's 6 on one little sheet for half price, $42. I mean, $21. Or normally, if you buy them separately, it would be $42. But there's a bundle where you can get them all for $21. So, you know, if you don't have the money to buy every single one to put in your kit for right now, then you could buy these for $21 and have them, and then maybe just buy the most popular ones, or the ones Mary Kay gave the directors in the buzz kit. And so I will take a picture and send y'all the names of those and put them on the Boss Babe Boxer group. And I will put those so you will have those names if that's what you'd like to do. You know, today when we did them, the consultants that were there, they're like, I don't know, they feel like they both just needed to go ahead and get them all. I said, well, one thing about it, it is a little bit of an investment to get them all, you know, because they're $25, and, you know, we're going to pay half of that. So it's going to be $12.50 a piece. But they will last you forever. I mean, honestly, at your parties, you know, I could be talking to you next year, you're going to still have the same thing that you're probably testing out of, right? Because we're still going to have the CC creams in the kit. And this is going to be for the second appointment that you're going to use these for. Or, you know, if you want to start them right now just for fun of it, just to match their perfect shade. But, you know, the new consultants aren't going to have all these, so they're going to just do the CC creams till they get confident with that. And then you can pull out these bad boys. Or, you know, I will have these, and I'm sure your director will, at the meetings every week, because we want to learn them. And the only way to learn the colors is to really practice and use them. And, you know, one of the things that you can do is actually just sit and read the colors like out loud, like go, okay, beige W180, beige N190, beige N200, beige N210, you know, and just read them out loud, look at them and read them. And then eventually you will get used, and you'll be able to do them without even looking, and you'll be able to do every single color. Just like right now, you know, we can do every single color of the things that we have right now. We know, I mean, I know there's no darker color than bronze 8. I mean, I know that. There's not a bronze 9. I mean, we know that, right? And so you'll be able to learn these as you work with them. And it's going to be a lot of fun, okay? So let me give you just some facts about the colors and what Mary Kay is saying about them and how you can kind of promote them to your people, all right? So I'm going to give you these facts. There's several little things here, but I'm going to give you these off of I'm going to give you this off the fact sheet, and you can print these out on Product Central already, all right? So the matte foundation has IntelliMatch technology for your true shade. It provides long-lasting matte finish. It delivers 12 hours of oil control, and I can say that is the truth. It is humidity and sweat resistant. That's good to know, right? Okay, it includes our exclusive age minimized 3D complex, and that's the big one because it's going to help with anti-aging. An independent consumer study said 83% of women agreed it's my new go-to foundation. In fact, they delighted saying, I finally found the perfect foundation. And so some of the things that some of the facts that you can do, and you may just want to print this off and you may just want to have it so you can kind of remember some of these, okay? It says, get a gorgeous matte finish with exceptional wear, our exclusive IntelliMatch technology, our patent pending age minimized 3D complex. Apply in the morning, skin instantly looks matte, stays looking matte all day. And when things heat up, the time-wise matte 3D foundation won't melt down thanks to humidity and sweat transfer resistant formula. 8 out of 10 women said it's the best match skin tone I've ever found. 12 hours of oil control, 12 hours of wear. Special microspheres act like sponges to absorb the oil in your face, leaves no oily or greasy afterfeel, and won't settle into your fine lines. It's a weightless coverage. It creates a skin perfecting finish. Its skin instantly looks healthier, firmer, and younger. It blends evenly to build a medium to full coverage. 9 out of women said Time-Wise foundation provides a seamless match to her skin tone, 91%. Natural looking finish, 92%. Helps reduce shine throughout the day, 92%. It feels comfortable on your skin, does not feel drying. So that 9 out of 10 women said that. The perfect match shades. It says our IntelliMatch technology captures authentic, true skin tones of thousands of women from across the world. 3 areas were scanned, their forehead, their cheek, and their décolleté area, to capture over 3,000 variations of tone for more accurate data. The results guided every amazing Time-Wise matte 3D and Luminess 3D foundation shade created, significantly improving the authenticity of our shades, not the number of shades. So more women than ever can find their right shade. And it's frustrating when you're facialing someone and you can't match them. Or you feel like you can match anybody, but I think this is really going to help us with that. It features the same exclusive patent pending age minimized 3D complex that's in the Time-Wise Miracle Set, which y'all remember, it defends, it delays, and it delivers, right? Same stuff, okay? It has vitamin B3, an age-defying peptide, and resveratrol, encapsulated resveratrol. It's dermatologist tested. It's tested for skin irritancy and allergy, non-comedogenic. It's safe for sensitive skin. It's suitable for sensitive eyes and contact lens wearers. And it's fragrance-free and oil-free. Some people have asked about the fragrance-free. It has no scent at all. Like, you know, some of our Time-Wise products are fragrance-free, but you still smell some stuff. So I'm going to answer a couple of questions that Mary Kay has put out there. Like, why did we change the foundations? And some of you are new, like you're like, I don't know, because I didn't use the foundation before, but this is why. It says, our exclusive IntelliMatch provides the right shade for significantly more women without expanding the number of shades. For your loyal customers, we ensure that the coverage, feel, and finish that they love is maintained with the new formula, but now more women can find their true perfect match. Plus, women expect more benefits and crossover between color and skincare. So we amped up the age-fighting benefits to include our patent-pending age-minimized 3D complex, the same complex that's in the Time-Wise. So that's the biggest reason, because there's other companies probably putting skincare, like age-minimized stuff, in their foundations. And so we're like, we're not going to be, Mary Kay won't be left behind in any of that stuff. And it says, what is IntelliMatch? And we've kind of just covered that. Why are there more? There's going to be more matte shades than Luminess offered, and they said that when they look at everything, that definitely more people buy matte, and so that's why for right now. But we'll worry about that Luminous when that comes out. Okay. How is the new? And this is a question you might get. How is the new matte 3D different from our Time-Wise matte foundation that we have right now? How is it different? When your customer asks that, and you tell them that they still will get a beautiful matte finish, but it's buildable from medium to full coverage, but now you get more. You have IntelliMatch technology. While you kept several popular shades, we invested the telematch technology to help a true shade match. It has the age minimized 3D complex, and then the packaging is different. It has the little clear on the bottom where you can see the color, and then the undertone they now is cool, neutral, and warm. So that's the biggest difference in it right there. The price is $25. All right. And someone asked a question on here. Let me just answer it real quick. Oh yeah, thank you for that. Someone asked about the stickers, and the size is 3/4 inch size stickers, 3/4 inch. And it says, what do we do for the customers who use the botanicals and don't need anti-aging? Well, the truth is, for those women, you know, it isn't going to matter. It's not going to hurt them to have anti-aging. You know, this would be your teenagers maybe, or your 20-year-olds. They can use CC cream, you know, or they can even use cream to powder. So age fighting doesn't hurt people that don't need it. And honestly, given 5 years, they're going to need it. I don't worry about it. My 21-year-old daughter, well, she's 20 actually. She's been wearing the matte wear for a while. She loves it. You know, and she doesn't need age fighting, but she even likes the repair cleanser. So you'd be surprised, these young women, you know, even if they're wearing the botanicals, they can use that because those girls like that full coverage, you know, and I think they'll like it. But you can always offer them CC cream or the cream to powder or mineral powder. Honestly, they could use mineral powder just as well. Okay. Let's see. These little suckers are only $5, the little shade foundation matchers. That'll be on section 2, just to let you know about that. I've already talked about that. Some of the stuff I've already mentioned, so I don't want to repeat here. The use-up rate is the same as what we've had before. And on here, it says it depends on how much they use. This says 5 weeks. I use my foundation way longer than 5 weeks. I mean, I would say 3 months, but I don't know. That's what this says right here. But it's whatever they normally use, it's going to be the same, okay? The foundations that are phasing out are going to be our matte wear that we have right now and the medium coverage foundations. Those are the two. And then in August, when the new Luminess come out, they'll phase out the Luminess. All right. They are keeping mineral powder and they are keeping CC creams, of course, and they're keeping the cream to powder. All right. Let's see. Okay. That's all I need to tell you about that. All right. And we'll leave any stone unturned because I highlighted some stuff on it. Okay, one thing that you can do, and you know that they wanted us to tell you as far as customers, consultants, is to get rid of what you have right now. I mean, obviously, if you have products on your shelf, you want to ease out of all of that so that you're not sitting there with a bunch of product that you're not going to be able to sell. So, you know, you could right now, before you get them in, go ahead and let your customers know that, you know, their color is phasing out, that you're coming out with some new products. But if they would like to go ahead and stock up on the color that they have, you might could do a little special, or just let, you know, do buy one, get one. If you have a ton of foundation, maybe one that stocks like 10 or so, or a lot, you could do buy one, get one free. You could just do, you know, 20% off, you know, or whatever you want to do. Like I just sent a thing out and told them that we're getting new colors, and you know that their particular color is going to be phased out, and that I'm not going to be reordering. So how many would they like to get? Your customers that love change will say, I'll wait on the new. And then there's people that hate change. They'll buy 10. You'll have to sell every one of them you have, and you'll have to order 5 more. And I told a girl just recently, I said, well, I've already added that color. Now you just got the last one. I said, so go to my website and order however many you need, and I'm going to send them through customer delivery service to her. I said, but you've got to do it before the 15th. So that's how I'm handling that. You can go to your My Customers app on the My Customers Plus app and search for a particular color. You can search by product to see who uses a specific color. So you can actually type in matte, and it'll show all your matte girls, or you can type in, you know, matte beige 3, and it'll show all your customers that have ordered beige 3. Now, of course, that's only if you have entered everybody's order in your My Customers app or on InTouch under my customers, all right? But if you're using that app, that is a great way to sort and figure out who you need to call and who uses those colors. Otherwise, if you don't use any kind of a system online, just need to get your receipts out, look at the back of your profile cards, and then you can do it that way too. So you can sell through them. You really can, all right? What I will probably do, like after it's been, I don't know, 6 months or so, and if I still have a few, they start to bother me and I think I'm not going to move them, I will actually donate them to a women's shelter. That's just what I do, because I don't like to have product just sitting there. I think somebody needs to use it, and I'm not going to sell it because I'm not going to push it anymore. But usually I can get way down. So, you know, I've already moved my new stuff in. The old stuff is on the top. And if someone orders, says, I need my foundation, the first thing I will do is see if I have their old foundation. And if I do, that's what they're going to get. And they can switch as soon as I run out. Okay. Now, they're going to get the email in the book. So if they're someone that likes change, I will facial them as well and find out what their color is. So that's not going to be a problem. Okay. Okay, I've already showed you that. This is a little chart that shows what they use now, what they'll use then. Okay. Okay. A couple of things before I go into the contest they're doing to help us sell some foundations is to show you a couple of other new things they have. One is this fantastic lipstick that I have on. This is called Paparazzi Pink, and it's coming out as well. So this is going to be your, you know, the big launch is basically the foundations. This is your one new color item. And it's this awesome pink lipstick. And it's in the same shape as the ones that we had that were the orange, the Milo, and the Grasse Violet. It's a little short tube, and it's really matte. I would say semi-matte. I like the formula really, and it's, you know, it's really bright. They're going to do $1 for everyone that we order. You can say sell, order, whatever. Each sale of limited edition matte, it is matte, Paparazzi Pink to the foundation from April 26th to August 15th. So that's a great reason. So what a lot of times you can do is say, hey, you want to buy one of our lipsticks? This is our new one called Paparazzi Pink, and $1 goes to the foundation every time we sell one. And people go, yeah, I'll try it. And it is bright, it's pink, but I wore it today to church. I'm feeling fabulous. Okay, the other thing is we have the new brush, and this is called a blending brush. You know, we have all these different names, and this is a foundation brush that you can use to put your foundation on with. It's a new one. We've got a lot of different choices now for foundation. And basically, this is the one if you want the fullest coverage. And so it looks like a sponge, but these are little tiny hairs. Like, it's pretty awesome, okay? And you just take it, and like I was trying, at first I thought, how do I use it? It's just awkward to me. And then I think it was Larry saying, use it like a toothbrush. And so today I put my CC cream on, and then I took this, and I put my foundation on the back of my hand, scoop some of it up, dot, 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 and then I just brush. Boop, 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 boop. It's really fast. It's really smooth, and you get a really good coverage with it. So what they're telling us is that for the fullest coverage, use this one, okay? For medium coverage, use the one that we have right now. That's it's like a fuller brush. You know, it's angled, okay? The liquid foundation brush we have right now. Let me think. No, that's for the lightest coverage, actually. Then they have the blending sponge that you wet it 14 times and then take all the water out. And that one you blow it on, that's for the medium coverage. And then use this one for the fullest, okay? I personally have them all because I can't decide which one. You know, I get used to one, I have to use the other one. But this is going to be very popular. I am getting used to it, and I really like it. So what I've been doing is taking the CC cream and putting it on with the foundation brush we have right now, and then I put this one on, the new product on with this. So I still like the CC cream under the foundation. So I wanted to mention that to you. Okay. One of the things that also said is that you can apply your favorite prep steps like the oil mattifier on with that too, with that new brush to give a flawless canvas. So maybe even the primer or that, if you want to put that on with it too, you can. And those brushes, that brush is, I want to say it's 14. It's 16, okay? It's 16. And the lipstick, by the way, is 18. The lipstick is 18. And Rico, you will look good in the lipstick. She said she liked it. Okay. All right. So, but Mary Kay is launching a contest called Foundation of You. And there are flyers that you'll be able to, that you can print out, and they look like this. And what I would do is print you about 100 out. And every time you sell something, you put this in there. Every person you talk to, you give it to them. And you say, would you like to win a trip to Santa Monica, California, and $1,000 cash? Yes, you would. And be in a photo shoot with Mary Kay. And they say, well, sure. Say, well, this is all you have to do. So I'm going to give you the details of it. There's 3 things that they have to do to get in the contest. This is for your customers. But if they win, you win. And I'm going to give you all the details. They have to take a selfie, or someone can take their picture, of showing off their favorite Mary Kay foundation. They have to upload that picture with the name of the specific shade, like beige N or beige W140. Okay? Have to put the shade in the caption along with what makes you beautifully unique to Mary Kay. What makes you beautifully unique. And you send that to marykay.com/MKFoundationofyoucontest. Or if they have Instagram, they can just go to Instagram, take the selfie, post it on Instagram with the hashtag MKFoundationofyoucontest. And then they on Instagram, they have to tag Mary Kay. And Mary Kay is just @Mary Kay US for Mary Kay United States, okay? @Mary Kay US. And they have to tag you. Those are 2 things. If they don't do that, either one of those, they're not in the contest, okay? So if they don't have Instagram or you don't have Instagram, then they're going to need to go to the website and upload it that way. If they have Instagram, then you're just going to have them go on Instagram and do it. If their Instagram page is private, not public, then they're going to have to go and upload it on here because Mary Kay won't be able to see it if it's private. All right? Unless they're a friend with Mary Kay, Mary Kay US, which they're probably not because they're a customer, right? So that's how they do it. So I'm going to give you some details on that. I read them today, and it's pretty cool. So here's the thing. It starts May 16th. Now, let's say Monday night or tomorrow you facial some people and you're like, I want them in the contest. That's fine. Let's take their pictures, but they can't start posting them until the 16th. All right? The 16th is when it's going to start. And at midnight, 12:01 a.m. Okay? So if they're up, 1 minute after midnight on the 15th, then that's the new day they can do it. So the 16th, all right? It ends Thursday the 11th, July the 11th. So May 16th to July the 11th. And that's when the posting will end. The winner selection, they're going to 10 entries with the highest score are going to win. So 10 customers are going to win, and their 10 beauty consultants are going to win. And the 10 customers get to bring one person, and the beauty consultants get to bring one person. So Veronica, if you win that one, there's another trip you're going to have to find a friend. Okay. And so on this one, they will notify the winner through if it's on Instagram, it's going to be a private Instagram message. That's how they're going to try to get them. If they upload it on the computer, it'll be their email. All right. So, or a phone call. So they will try a direct message or using the phone or the contact information they can find on there, and they'll have 4 days to respond. If not, they'll pick somebody else. So they're going to look at that between the 12th and the 18th, and they're going to announce it on the 18th at the first day of seminar. It won't be the Ruby seminar. It's whoever's first. They're going to announce it then, and which will be pretty exciting. So here's what they're going to judge on. Well, first let me tell you what it is. It's a trip for 2 to Santa Monica, California, to participate in a VIP photo shoot for the chance to be featured in the Mary Kay website, social media, and print publications. The prize package includes round-trip coach class air transportation from a major airport nearest the winner's home to Los Angeles. If the winner lives within 200 miles, then ground transportation will replace air transportation. 2 nights, double occupancy accommodation in Santa Monica. And here's the deal. You have to put the dates down, because if they can't go to this date, then this is when the thing is happening. It's August the 23rd and the 24th. So you may just want to circle that little date on your calendar if you think you're going to be winning. All right. The winners get $1,000 spending money. She gets it. And I think do you get it too? Each. I feel like you do. Okay. So I'm saying you do. That's what it says. Winner is to receive $1,000. And a welcome back set of Mary Kay. Winner is to receive a Mary Kay makeover, the opportunity to be included in social photo shoot and print magazine. The consultant must be in good standings with the company for images. In other words, you can't be terminated. You got to be active. I mean, you got to be, in good standing. That's what that usually means. The prize package for two is $4,571. Wow, right? It's worth doing it, all right? The travel companion of the person has to be at least 18 years old, and they have to have the same itinerary to fly up there as you. Let's see if there's anything really important on here. One entry per customer. The customer can't have an entry with you and then with Susie Q down the street. Only one person, but you can have 500 entries if you want to. If you do 500 facials and they do it, that counts for you. Okay, and there's also only one prize per customer. This is what they're going to be judged on. It's not random. They're going to be judged on the originality and creativity of the submission, the adherence to the contest theme and caption requirements, inclusion of what makes you beautifully unique, and inclusion of the foundation shade, quality of the photo and caption content. So that's what they're going to judge it on. All right. So you want them to try to be creative on that if they want to win. All right. There was a couple other things that that I had right here that I highlighted to make sure that you knew. And one of them was, can my customer upload a photo of themselves wearing any type of Mary Kay foundation? And the answer to that is yes. It can be any type foundation. It could be our cream to powder. It could be mineral powder, whatever, as long as they include their specific shade name in the caption. All right. It's an online contest only. You can't mail anything in. Let's see, who should take the photo? The independent beauty consultant or the customer can take it. The customer, can you submit the customer's entry for her? No, she has to do it. She has to do it. And so let me tell you, I already know how this thing works. What you have to do is you have to, at the end of your party, everybody has to get out their phone and do it. Otherwise, they won't go home and do it. They won't. You have to do, if you want to make sure you get in this contest because you want to win too, you got to do it right then. So you take a good picture with a good light and you make sure she's got her shade on there and she can say what makes her beautifully unique. Maybe she plays the cello like an angel. I don't know. Whatever it is about her that makes her unique, okay? Maybe she can touch her tongue to her nose. I would show you that I could do that, but I won't. Whatever makes her beautifully unique, okay? She has to be 18 years old or older to enter the contest, all right? Do they have to purchase? No, they do not have to purchase. And let's see. Let me see if there's any of these other ones in here. The winner doesn't respond. They just get a new winner. And so let's see. If the customer happens to win and she can't travel during those dates, can she redeem it for another date? No. So they got to be able to go on that date, all right? So you might just ask them, say, can you go on this date? Put that date down so that you'll know it, you know? It would be, wouldn't that be sick if your customer won and then she can't go and then you don't get to win? That would be awful. So get that date on there. Do the winner's guests have to travel on the same flight as the winners? Travel companions must travel on the same itinerary and at the same time as the winners. So that's the winner's guest. So we already talked about that. Can my customer wear more makeup than just a Mary Kay foundation? And the rule is your customer can wear any Mary Kay products in addition to Mary Kay foundation. So it doesn't have to be just foundation. My suggestion is do her makeover and let her put all her makeup on, Mary Kay, and you just recognize the foundation, okay? So that is the scoop on the foundation contest, and that's going to start soon. It's going to give you a reason to contact everybody to get them in the contest. So Mary Kay is going to help us with that. And $1 of every foundation we sell for, I don't even know the deadline on that one, it's somewhere on here, is going to go toward the Mary Kay Foundation as well. Foundation, $1 per foundation to the foundation, which is pretty cool. Okay, let me see if there's anything in here I didn't mention. I don't think so. It's all pretty cool. That's all good. That's all good. All right. I wanted to mention, there's a couple things that I wrote down right in here. Of course, right now in May, there's a new You Hold the Key, and it is a beautiful bracelet. And I wish my order was in so I could show it to you, but it's not in yet, but y'all be able to see it. Okay. The other thing is the Ladder Success Program, where you have the ladder that has the little numbers for every time you're a star consultant. The ladder itself, that piece of jewelry is ending after this quarter. So if you have never been a star consultant and you want that beautiful ladder pin, this is the last quarter to be able to get it. After that, there will be no more ladders and no more numbers. You'll have the prize, but they since they're doing the, the Mary Kay jewelry and everything for a $600, it kind of replaces that. So the only thing they are going to do is when you hit 56 quarters of being a star consultant, they're going to give you the diamond ladder. And so that's pretty cool. So that is one thing that is kind of new coming out. They're ending that ladder program, which is fine by me because I have a ton of them. Price increase, I think you already know about that. Foundation of You. Okay, that's that. There are some Beehive Studio things, and I want to say this to our new consultants. New consultants. You can go under marykayintouch.com and click under Events. And under Events, you'll see something that says Beehive Workshop. And the Beehive Workshop are at the distribution centers, but they're doing some that are a Zoom call, just like we're doing right here. And there is one that's on May 14th, and it's at 7 o'clock to 8:30. And you have to register, but it is free, and it's a Zoom call. So you'll go on there, and if you want to get on there from 7 to 8:30, then you're just going to click on it, and it will give you the information to call in that night at Zoom. And only 98 people can register. They probably have a limit of 100, and that's the 2 speakers. And what it is, it says all new consultants that started their business between March and May of 2019 are welcome to join the exclusive Zoom event. You'll have the opportunity to attend this virtual Beehive event from the comfort of your own home. During this session, the special guest will discuss tried and true strategies to build a solid Mary Kay business. So if you join May or April, or if you're new in May, then you can go on there, click on it, say you want to watch it, and they'll send you the information. And it's the first 98. They're also having one about eyebrows on May 15th. You can click on that. And that's from 10 to noon. And then they have one on the Chroma Fusion also on May 15th. And they're also Zoom. So y'all can look under there. Look under events that are the Beehive Studio, and you'll see all that information on there. Okay? And I believe that is just about everything I need to tell y'all, except for that if you're new, you want to make sure you download the new Great Start app for new beauty consultants. It's going to tell you how much you have left to get your next free bundle. It has digital posts that you can do that says, yay, I'm in Mary Kay, really cute things that you can post. And then they're going to be bringing out a new app, you guys, soon, I think the end of May, that is going to be a order app where you can place an order very easily from your phone. This is good news because a lot of us are traveling and we're trying to do an order and we're trying to pull up the InTouch on our phone, and it's about, so little, we're having to stretch it out, bring it in. So we'll have the app to be able to do our orders right on our phone. That's going to be so much easier. So you can look forward to that. I don't know when yet. It just said sometime late May. So it could be, my guess is going to be when the new foundations come out, right? They probably didn't want to put it out because they're fixing to have to change it, right? So that's what I think. So I will look for it like May 15th, but you'll see that. That's going to be pretty exciting. Okay, what I'm going to do, some of you that are on Zoom, I see that you have some chat abilities. So the time zone on the foundation contest, basically the time zone, I was just, it's don't worry about it. They're not going, someone's not going to probably upload stuff at 1 a.m. in the morning. So let's just say, it starts on May 16th. So, anytime, wherever they are, if it's on May 16th, they do everything by Dallas time, to tell you the truth. They feel like that is the time, it's Central Time Zone. So if you want to say 8 o'clock, that's fine. But it's really, as soon as it hits that date, it counts. All right. But to be safe, just say that morning. Okay. Obviously, we need to all work on the cruise still. I mean, if Veronica can do it, she joined February 1st, we can do it too, right? And so you just have to be, who are your 3 red jackets? Get your personal 6 qualified, and the ordering of the 3,600, that's easy, right? Okay. Is there any other questions? Those of you that are on chat, if you want to type any questions, you can type those on there. If not, what I'm going to do is I'm going to unmute the directors one by one. If there's anything they'd like to add about the foundations or anything any shout outs that they need to give. I will say one more shout out for me is that our unit qualified for the Talk Director trip 2 days ago. And one of Veronica's gals we're doing an order at midnight. Literally, right, Veronica? On Friday night, it's like midnight. We're trying to get it all in, and she got it in, and I was $150 away from doing $650,000, which is the Top Director trip. And when she did it, then our unit qualified for the Top Director trip. So we're so excited, and of course that's $650,000. The Prestige trip, which is the first one is to let's see. I always want to say it wrong. Oahu, okay? And then the second part is to Lanai, and it's in Hawaii, and it's a whole nother 4 days or 5 days. And I've never qualified for that. Our unit hasn't. So that's $800,000. And then our main goal is $1 million. So we're so excited to have the first check. Now we're going on to the next one. So thank you to the awesome Cletus Cheetahs for finishing that up early. And then just icing on the cake, Veronica won her trip the very next day. So we're going to have a lot of celebrations in the next few days. And what I can tell you is we just got to run. All of y'all aren't cheetahs, but you got to all run like cheetahs. Okay, I do have a question here. What can a customer do to correct the cracking when she uses the under eye corrector? Well, I will tell you that Lori Hogg told us one thing she can do is make sure she has her moisturizer on, and then instead of using under eye corrector and then putting concealer and foundation, mix them in her hand. She might mix a little bit of her under eye corrector with her foundation and then smooth that on instead of putting layer on layer on layer, because the cracking is putting too much product on there. So tell her to try that, to try just putting a dot of the foundation with her under eye corrector or a dot of the other concealer, and then just smooth that on there. And the other thing that she said, when you smooth it on there, I don't know, I'm hoping that you can see, you just smooth it on one way. Instead of back and forth, she said smooth it on from the nose to the outside of your eye. And when you're smoothing it like that, then you're not going to have as much crepiness in there. Okay, so tell her to try that, because I have been working on that myself, and I was doing my foundation, and then I would do my concealer on top, and then I would do my powder, and I would come back, and I would see lines, and I'm like, for the love. And so then I'm blotting, I'm patting, and by the time I did all that, I've got all the foundation off, and then I have dark circles again. So this has really helped me, those tips. Okay, someone asked, what is the most important thing for a new consultant to start with? I'm not sure I understand the question. Are you talking about for foundations or for Hannah? Type exactly what you're asking right there. If it's foundations and you're new, you may just want to get your head wrapped around CC creams and bring your guests to the meetings to try the new foundations, because that's a lot, if that's what you're asking. So type me something else if that's what you need, Hannah. I'll leave this up there, okay? While she's looking at that, I'm going to unmute Sayla first. And Sayla, is there anything you'd like to add tonight?
Hey, everyone. Cleta, it was a great call, and thank you for going over all the details of the foundation. I did work on my little sticker system this weekend, and that is going to help so much. But it just really, there are a lot of shades, and it's good just to hear you go over it again and all the details again. So thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. And for me, even like the more I read it and the more I talk about it, the more it's coming to me. But today, trying it on those people, on my girls, that really helped me. And I think tomorrow night after the meeting, we'll all feel a lot better about it too. So thank you, Sayla.
Yeah.
And she has a new senior consultant.
Oh, yes. How could I? Okay. Johnson moved up to senior consultant last week. I'm so excited. We will celebrate her big tomorrow night.
All right. Yay, Maud. We're so proud of you. Okay. Allison, I'm going to unmute you for a minute.
All right. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, awesome. Well, I think just in general, the foundation tutorial, this will be great because they'll be able to go back and rewatch this once all their foundations come in. And we have pictures and things that we can post on the Boss Babes Boxer group for everyone to really see what she's talking about too, for those of you that are super visual. But the one thing I really wanted to just kind of reemphasize that she had talked about was selling of the product that you currently have. Instead of waiting and seeing if the customer wants the new and then, trying to get rid of the old, really work these next 10 days to sell what you have, because you don't have to rebuy that. So you'll have that money to buy the new product, and hopefully you put your customers in electronically, because it'll make your life so much easier to sort and find your current customers that are on the product that you have. And here's another little tip to give you some cash for foundations. Don't forget about the price increase. The price increase products that are going to be happening on the 15th or the 16th, that's another product to search for, because how many people do you have on oil for eye makeup remover? How many people do you have on CC cream? How many people do you have on, the foundation primer? Just that alone, you're going to have a lot of customers. So if you have your orders in electronically, you can sort those items. I sorted CC cream and I got like 186 customers. If 186 customers all buy one, just to stock up, if half of them just buy one, you'll be able to place an order for the foundation. You'll have money to buy the product back, but you'll also have the profit to buy the new product that's coming out when you can order on the 10th or the 15th. So just, talk to your director about being strategic because when we have a large product launch like this, sometimes it can be overwhelming because you've got to try to come up with that extra $400 or $500 for the product, but you've got product to sell, and the product increase items will be really helpful for you too with this particular launch. So, my shout outs are for my new red jacket, Civil. I'm so excited. She is my second red jacket to help me finish the cruise. And so we're real excited about being almost done with that. And then I'm going to give a shout out. I just have to give a fist pump to Veronica. Girl, you are so awesome. We're so excited for you. And really thank you for setting the example, you and your unit working together and really making things happen. It's teamwork makes the dream work, and you wouldn't earn the cruise if you didn't have a great group of girls that were taking your lead. And so it's just really powerful to see that, especially since you started in February, to be able to wrap the cruise up. So everybody on here can get it done, and we'll be sailing the seas in October. So I'm excited about that. But other than that, just be creative about your current products that you have so that you can have the money to really invest and have the products that you'll need. And my other tip before I forget is that in the meantime, every director on this call has the product. So what does that mean? That means go to your local unit meeting. Your local unit meeting once a week will have the product there for you to touch and feel and match, to get your guests excited. And so, that's the thing, is that when you attend a local unit meeting every week, you're going to be inspired and motivated, excited, and you're going to get to see the product firsthand from the directors that have it there. So that's a great call tonight.
That's great. And I'll tell you, what I was going to tell you, Hannah asked me, the one that Hannah Chapin, what's the most important thing for a new consultant to start with? She was asking for herself, is like, what makeup should she wear for herself? So that would be a great idea, like Allison said, is to go to your local unit meeting, get yourself color matched, and it would kind of be, she normally uses CC cream. It's kind of what coverage you want. You still may love your CC cream, and that's all you need. I mean, you know, you don't like a full coverage, and that's fine. You know, that's why we have different foundations. So you could just kind of try and see. I would just try and see what you like the best. Okay. Thank you, Allison, for those great tips. I love that idea about taking the profit from these things that are going up and using that to buy your new product. So that's a great idea. Okay, Jana.
Okay, can you hear me okay?
I can. There you go.
Awesome. Okay, well, first of all, congratulations, Cleta. You rock star. You and those cheetahs earning that trip already. That is just so inspiring and so amazing. I know that you guys are going to be probably crossing that 800 line, what, like the 15th of this month? So
yes, in Jesus' name.
That's right. That's going to be fantastic, and you totally deserve that. So also congratulations to Veronica. What an inspiration you are. Look at that beautiful smile of yours. You're just shining so bright, and you are really inspiring others. And so I just want to thank you so much for the work that you're putting into this. I just can't wait to get to know you as a sales director, because we're going to do that in Dallas, I'm sure. So anyway, congratulations. Also, congratulations go out to Stephanie Ingersoll. She is a brand new red jacket. We're going to be celebrating her. She got a red jacket in, and so I'm so excited. We're going to be celebrating her on the 14th of this month. And also, one quick tip, two quick tips. Number one, stock up on foundation primer, because you're going to be demoing foundation with who knows how many people. And so you can increase your profit margin by buying it at a low price right now before the 15th. And then of course you'll be making more money on that when they purchase it. Yeah. My second tip is the samples. I know y'all haven't been able to order those yet, but I got some of the samples. And what I'm doing is I am including samples in with my people that are long distance for their foundation color. And I'm telling them, oh my gosh, I'm so excited, because I can't get to them to facial them, but I know that this is their color. So I'm mailing it to them. And so those foundation samples are the perfect size of a 4x6 recipe box. And so if you buy a recipe box, it's going to have the little tabs. And so you can organize them in a recipe box, or I bought like a little 4x6 type of crate, you know, a little crate that would hold those. And it's just really cute. And I just labeled, and I just had like a separating ivory, beige, and bronze. That way they're quick and easy to find, because I know before I used to keep mine all in a bag, and then people would rifle through those and they'd get totally messed up. And so now they're in numeric order: ivory, you know, lowest to highest, beige, lowest to highest. And I do have a picture of that I've shared with my unit that I'd be happy to share with everybody if you want that, okay?
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, they're the exact size of a postcard. Like she says, just a little 4x6. So that's a great idea. And I was the same way. I had all my beiges in a bag, and then like people want them, and I'm like flipping through. And so, yeah. Okay. And you know what you can do? And this is an idea as well. If you have some of your old samples and you're about to run out of that color, you're not going to need them anymore. You know, why not throw them in? Like get them out and put them near the products you're selling. And as people buy them, say, hey, I threw a couple of foundation samples in there for you to take on your next trip if you're traveling just for 2 days.
That's a great idea.
Just give them away. You know what I'm saying? Because you know how sometimes, let's say you're just going on one day and you just want like not even to carry you just want to carry a carry-on. You could actually just have a couple of samples. This is for your old samples if you have some left. Because I'm thinking I need to get rid of those. Okay, thank you, Jana. All right, Miss Loree Barfield.
Hey, just want to say congratulations to you, Cleta. I'm so proud. I remember just a few years ago pushing over that edge of 650 on June 30th, and it's so awesome to have finished it at the beginning of May. So I'm just so very proud of you and Veronica. And I can't wait for that extra bonus of wholesale or retail that you're going to get when she finishes this month as well. So, and it just reiterates to me that when, you know, Mary Kay is about everybody helping everybody, and it's like it's a win-win-win all the way up. And so it's just a joy to be involved with the company and see these things happening. And it's just so encouraging for others of us. And so just congratulations on that cruise too. I can't wait to be with you on it. And so just hope everybody has a wonderful, wonderful Mother's Day next week and a very powerful and successful week.
Thanks, girl. Thank you so much. Okay, let me see. Rosemary? I'm trying to unmute you, Rosemary. Rosemary, see if you can unmute yourself.
Now?
Yep.
Okay, awesome. Hey, I just wanted to echo what the other directors said and congratulate Veronica on being a cruise winner. I think that is so awesome. And Cleta, I want to congratulate you and your cheetahs for earning the top director or earning a director trip. I keep saying top because I know you're going to do that anyway, so that's just done. So anyway, congratulations. I don't think there's anything I have to add that the other directors have not already mentioned, but what I will mention is that the more you are using the new foundations or handling them, the more, the better you will familiarize yourself with them.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like just in the last couple of weeks, just handling them and looking at the numbers and especially using the color system, I think that will be really, really helpful. I probably color matched about 10 people already, and the more I do it, the easier it gets. So you kind of just have to dive into it. And I don't know, I kind of like it better than the old system, the old foundations. And the other thing is, and I might have mentioned this last week, I'm usually a Luminess girl, and I'm totally in love with the matte. And I started off wearing CC cream underneath because I thought I would need that moisturizer. And so one day I decided, well, that worked pretty good. Let me just try the primer, and I'm okay with just the primer. And that really, really surprised me. So, I hope that your customers will be open to at least trying it before the Luminous, is available, and they just may like it better. So anyway.
And you know what else? It's just going to give us, May, June, July, August, 3.5 more months to sell through all the Luminous. And so that's what, like I was out of 2 or 3 of the Luminous. And so then I did buy a couple, but, I'm going to let them get way down, and as I run out, I may try them on the new. And then if they don't like it, I can order the Luminous and say, well, it's fine. We'll match you in Luminous when it comes out. But I'm like you. I think that they'll be able to use it. I think a lot of people, even our dry skin people, if they use just a little touch of maybe extra moisturizer on their cheeks or nose, whatever normally gets really dry, and that primer, I think that's going to help them. So thanks for those tips. Okay, I don't see any of the other directors on here that are on Zoom. So if you called in, I may not see you. But thank y'all for those extra. Thank you for the kudos. It's exciting. It's exciting times. We've been working all year, right? So y'all, everything that you've been working for is about to come true. The thing is, you can't grow weary right now. It's time to, when you want to take a nap, make a phone call. And then say, I'm going to make 10 phone calls, and then I'm going to go take a nap. And then by the time that happens, you'll have success, and you won't feel like taking a nap because you'll be pumped, right? So I'm so proud of each and every one of you. We're all going to have a great year because we've all been working. So thank y'all for calling in. This was a long call. Thanks for sticking with us. And I will repost the pictures of, I think I've already posted that on our Boss Babe call, but I will repost them again of the numbering system and all that. And so anyway, thanks you guys, and have a great week. Mother's Day next Sunday. We will have a call because it'll be over by then, but it's also Mary Kay's birthday. And I did want to mention that Mary Kay is promoting the Team Up for Women, which is to donate for Mary Kay. And I posted something on the Boss Babe Voxer group a few minutes ago about doing a little special on Mother's Day. Try to have $1,000 day on the 12th. Wouldn't that be awesome? And so anyway, that's Mary Kay's actual birthday is the 12th. And I believe, is the 12th next Sunday? I believe it is, isn't it? Let me just verify that. Me and dates, yeah, it is. Okay, so that's Mary Kay's birthday, and it's Mother's Day. So you could try to have $1,000 day on Mother's Day. And there's a little thing that you can put on there if you want to go for that. So anyway, y'all have a great week. Looking forward to all the celebrations we're going to talk about next week. Thank you all for calling in. I really appreciate it.